Hello and welcome to YouTube Foundry. I'm Richard, and what we're going to do is take a look at how I built one of my channels into a successful channel. I have a channel called Cowboy Survival, which is all about my hobby of being outdoors, camping, doing bushcraft, and that kind of thing. And I started it in about 2023, and I have built it into a channel that generates income for me monthly. I'm not going to get rich off of it, and I'm not going to make a living off of it, but I am in the top 4% of all channels worldwide. So I think I at least can share a story with you about how I became a successful YouTuber in at least a small creator sense. So I'm going to go look at my videos. I'm going to take you all the way over to the very first video I did. We're going to take a look at that. It wasn't a particularly great video, but it was a video that got me started. One of the most important things when you're doing YouTube is you just have to get started. At some point, you just have to decide that what you're going to do is you're going to start publishing videos and you're going to start getting better at your craft. So what's going to happen is you are going to start out small. Your first video probably isn't going to be very good, to be honest with you, and that's okay. You're doing your video, you're learning a craft. It's like anything else. It's a skill. It's not just something that everybody's automatically born to do, and it's also not something that you're going to be successful with immediately. Most people are going to take a while to get to learn how to do these videos. So my very first video down here was a video on a home trauma kit, and that video right now is private. I don't even have it up anymore. It was so bad. Only got 57 views. You can see down here at the bottom. And so this is the video. This is how it started. So let's go look at it. And you can see I've got the sound off. I was using my phone, certainly a lot thinner back then. Um, and it's in my basement. The lighting isn't very good. The video is kind of fuzzy, but all that's okay. I was okay with how that was done. It was my very first attempt at doing a video. I've got stuff in the foreground. I don't think I have things blocked off very well. You can even see the lights behind me aren't even on, and they probably ought to be. This video was my very first attempt. Only had 57 views, but that did not deter me. It didn't slow me down. I decided I was going to go ahead and do this YouTube thing anyway. This video came out in 2 years ago. It was in 2000. Let's see. If we go back to my content area, there it is. It came out in May of 23. So this video was quite a while ago. It was over 2 years ago. But I gradually got better and better, and I started getting more videos. My third video actually did pretty well. It was on a product from Walmart, and I got over 3,360 views on it. I've since redone that video, and we'll see in a minute how well I've done on that one. So if I go all the way, jump forward a couple of several months and years, you can see my thumbnails are starting to get better. My clarity on my video is getting better. I got a better camera. I started to figure out how to do thumbnails. Started to figure out how to do the titles that were appropriate. And here's one I got 6,000, almost or 5,500, almost 6,000 views on a little bag that I did, a little get home bag that I put together. I've also got another 5,000 view video down here where I bought a survival kit at Walmart. I brought it home and I took it apart and looked at it. Got 5,000 views on that one. I've since redone that video and did well on it as well. So let's go look at those videos that I redid and see how well they did 2 years down the road when I redid them. So let's go find the video on the camp stove. Well, here's the video on the Walmart, on the survival kit. Here's one I did. It had 2,760 views on this one. So I broke this thing down. Seems to me I did another one too, where I actually took it and I decided what I was going to take out and what I was going to keep. Let's see, here it is. This one here, I did the top items out of that survival kit. I had almost 18,000 views on that video. Now, if you go down and look at my stove video, I've got that one down here, and that one actually did really well for me when I redid it. Let's go see if I can find it here. So here it is. I did it almost a year ago. It was in October of 2024. So I took that video, I redid it, did a sort of improved it. Again, I had a better camera, I had better lighting, I did it outdoors. It was much better kind of approach to it, and I got almost 14,000 views after I'd redone the video. So I was really pleased with that. So sometimes redoing videos and doing and republishing them, making them better is a great thing, and you can improve your views down the road. Now, both those other two videos I did early on, those are before I monetized. Now, there was a video that helped me to monetize. Let's go see that video. That video was in August of 2024. And here it is right here. It was a video where I took a knife that I bought at Harbor Freight, and I modified that knife to make it a better knife for people who like to go out and do bushcrafting and stuff. And this video turned out to be a really good one for me. Didn't quite expect it to be as good as it turned out. So there I am in the video, got my logo up in the upper left-hand corner. I've since improved my logo, gotten a much better one. And that's the $10 knife I bought at Harbor Freight, and I modified it to be a different knife by the end. And when we get to the end, you can see what that knife looks like after I got finished modifying it. This video was about 17 minutes long or so, and I had over 430,000 views on this video. This is the video that helped me to go viral or helped me to become monetized. And honestly, this video was the result of over a year of practice and work and trying to get better at my craft. So it took me a while to get there, but once I got there, I was pretty pleased with it. Now, I've had some other success on some videos where I've done similar things. So if I go back and look at some other videos, and by the way, that's a brand new thumbnail I put on this video. I had a video where I modified another knife here recently, and it did pretty well. So again, I'm learning that when you have a good idea, you do it again. Here's one where I took a different type of knife and I modified it. Had 55,000 views on that video. I've got another video down here that I did. There's that 17,000 view video. I've got another one down here I got over 100,000 on, where I sort of did a similar thing to what I'd done earlier um, with my emergency get home bag, but I redid it and did it much better, and it was much better thought out, and had better visuals and a whole lot. And I was using a 2-camera approach, so it worked out much better. I had over 100,000 views on that video. I have another one that was similar to the knife video where I bought an axe at Harbor Freight, a little sort of bought like a $12 hatchet, and I modified it as well. So I took that hatchet. It's just right off the rack at Harbor Freight. And by the time I got to the end, the hatchet looked like, let's see if I can find an example of it. Here's what it looks like at the end of the video. And people like watching these kind of videos. Apparently, this is what we'd call a how-to video or a do-it-yourself video. People like the do-it-yourself videos. They seem to respond better to these videos than to food videos or product review videos. I've discovered that. So I'm trying to use the kind of videos that would show up and would do much better on a regular basis. So you learn the craft, you get better at it, and that's how I became one of the top 4% of channels on YouTube. If we go look at my analytics on this channel, so let's go back to the channel itself, and we will look at the actual analytics for this thing. So once I'm in content, I will go to Studio. And when I'm in Studio, I'll go down to Analytics. Actually, I could have gone straight to Analytics from that window. So I'll go down to Analytics, and we can see what some of my analytics look like. So if I look at this thing, I'm going to change the date of this from 28 days to lifetime. So over the lifetime of this channel, I have over 6,000 subscribers. I've had 1.1 million views, almost 71,000 hours of watch time, and I've made about $4,100 so far. That's not a lot of money. I'm not going to get rich, but it also does show you, even being in the top 4%, you're not going to make a lot of money, but you're going to make some. And it's kind of cool to make the money. The main thing is it's just fun to make the videos. And so I've done pretty well. I look at my content over that same lifetime period, and I can see some interesting trends that occur with my data. So you can go down here and you can see I've had 819,000 views on my videos, 235,000 views on my shorts. Not a whole lot, but that's what it is. What it is, right? Um, my typical views on a short is between 460 and 1,200. My typical view on a video is between 340 and 800. That's typically what I get. I don't get a lot of the big 400,000 view videos. Wish I got more of them. If I did, I'd be making a lot more money. I got a click-through rate here of about 4.3% overall, which is pretty good. My latest video only did 1%, so I was really concerned about that. I'm working on trying to fix that, but it's only at about 1% click-through. But historically, I'm at about a 4.3% click-through rate, so I really like that. When I look at my audience, I can tell stuff about my audience from YouTube. They're going to tell me that most of my viewers are about they're 65% of them, 66% are new viewers, 30% are casual viewers. I can also dial down here what time of day most of my viewers are on. They're usually on from about 3 to about 8 in the evening. That's when I want to get on with these folks so I can talk to them. I know that 97.7% of them are not subscribers, 90.3% are males, and if you look, it's predominantly older males. So there's the definite demographic that I'm hitting. I can also tell, for example, that my people, about 50% of them watch these videos on television. Only about 26% watch on their mobile phones, which means I need to optimize my videos to show up well on TV. So that's something I need to get better at, so that as people are scrolling on television, they're going to see my video and want to stop and watch it. So we can learn a lot about the videos, but the most important thing is this. I started out in 2023. My videos weren't very good. I didn't get a lot of views, but you know what? I was having fun and I was learning and I was getting better. Every video I did, I tried to get a little better than the previous one. Once I got my videos better, I started working on my thumbnails, getting them better, getting my titles better, getting my descriptions better, working on my video tags. Those are really important things that you need to learn and you need to practice to get good at. As you get good at them and as you start using tools like vidIQ, for example, you are going to use that to optimize your videos and make sure that they get the best and biggest viewing audience possible. And when you do that, you're going to start getting more views. When you get more views, you'll get more watch time, and that will help you to get monetized. So have fun with it. Go out there, practice it, be patient. Don't quit. Stick to it. Come up with a regular pattern for publishing your videos. I do one video a week. That means I have to do a lot of recording, but I do one video a week. I also do a short every Wednesday morning, a faith-based short every Wednesday morning. So just don't quit. Just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And eventually you're going to catch on and it's going to be a lot of fun. So hope that was helpful to you. In the meantime, stay on YouTube, have fun, stay safe. We'll see you real soon.